Hey, what's going on everybody out in YouTube world? I wanted to make this video really quick because I want this video up as fast as possible. All about the myths, fact and fiction, truths, myths, the whole thing about Amazon selling, because the response to my video last night, if you didn't see it, I'll link it below, was incredible. The amount of things that people think about selling on Amazon that are simply not true. And there's 5 big ones that I saw commented or DM'd to me or emailed to me over and over again. So let's cover them. I'm not even using my proper tripod or audio for this, so hopefully it comes out okay. Myth number 1 is that you can only sell brand new items as an Amazon seller, and that is completely false. I've been on Amazon since 2013 or 14, and so 8 years, almost 9 years, and I only sell used items. Occasionally I will sell a brand new item. It's rare. I would say the thousands and tens of thousands of items I've sold on Amazon, maybe I've sold 50 or 100 brand new ones. So I hardly ever sell brand new items. I mostly sell used. If you think about people selling used books, you hear about that all the time, right? That's a used item. You hear about my remote controls, selling used remote controls. That's a used item. So it is absolutely false that you cannot sell used items on Amazon. Now, there are some items that they don't allow you to sell used. And that's just something that happens with certain brands and certain items. You can only sell them new. There are items that you cannot sell new. You have to sell them as used only, or you can't sell them. There are all kinds of exceptions, and I get into that more either in my training video package that you can pick up at any time before the end of the year, or in a lot of the videos I posted here on YouTube. You can find some of that information as well. So that's number 1, myth. You can only sell brand new items is absolutely false. Number 2 is that the fees are higher on Amazon than anywhere else. That's false as well. Poshmark is 20%. eBay is 12.55 in most categories with a 30-cent fee, which ends up being right between 13 and 14% on average, depending on your average sale price. So Amazon has some 8% categories. They have some 12% categories. They have some 15% categories. If you sell at FBM, which means you pack the item and ship it yourself, just like you would on eBay, you store it in your garage, wherever you store your items, you ship it, that's what you pay for the selling fee. So on average, you're looking at like 13, 14, 15% for Amazon. If you use their FBA fees, you are gonna pay more because you're paying them to store your item and ship your item for you. So using FBA will cost you a little bit more. Most people say it's between 17 and 20% if you are using FBA at the max, usually around 20% with the inbound shipping and the extra pick and pack fee. Now, a lot of people compare that to other platforms. It is higher than eBay, but you can sell your items for more money on Amazon, which will wash that extra fee out. Not to mention, generally, Amazon sells faster. So faster turnover, higher price equals out to a little bit lower fee on eBay. And don't forget, a lot of people are getting charged 14% eBay, but they're using 2 or 3% promoted. So they're up around 16, 17% as well. So not far behind Amazon on most cases. Poshmark's 20%, right? So there you go. The fees are very much comparable to a lot of other platforms, and you get a lot more out of it, and you have the option to FBA, which means you send them all your stuff and they handle it. So that's a myth number 2, that the fees are some extravagantly high amount of money. It's just simply not true. Okay, number 3 is sort of half true, half not. So people know that you get paid slower on Amazon, which is true. It does take 14 days for a typical payout to come. So when you start selling on the 1st, everything you sell through the 14th goes into a balance. So you sell a $20 item, they take $3 fee, you're left with $17. You buy a $4 label, you're left with $13. And so that 13 goes into your balance and it sits. And then on the 14th day after that, whatever's in there total, they process, they send to you all at once. So instead of getting $50 a day for 14 days, you'll get $700 all at one time. It takes a little discipline and it takes a little planning. You just get used to it. And once you start getting those payments every 2 weeks, it's like second nature and you won't even complain about it. Yes, it sucks at first, but it's fine later on, which is why I recommend people getting started slowly with an individual account, getting their feet wet and building up their Amazon, not trying to go all in all at once until you learn it. That's also kind of a red flag for Amazon if you go too big, too fast. It's a red flag for eBay also. So half true, half false. It is true it takes 14 days. That is absolutely a truth. There are other options that people got grandfathered into, but as new sellers, you probably won't get that. You'll be waiting 14 days. But it is a myth that it is slower. It is slower time-wise, but you get all the money at once in 14 days. So kind of a trade-off. So half true, half false. I'll give that one a 50-50. All right, myth number 4 is that it takes a ton of money to get started on Amazon. That is not true. There are some business models like private labeling and PPC and all this stuff that can suck down a ton of money really quickly. But at the end of the day, you can get started with just a few items that you've thrifted, some used books from garage sales or yard sales that you went out and paid 50 cents a piece for. You buy 100 of them, 50 bucks, and you get them all started, sending it into Amazon or shipping them yourself, and you're off and rolling for almost no money. So yes, there are business models and ways that you can spend a ton of money getting rolling on Amazon, but there's also ways to get started very, very cheaply. And again, I talk about that in a lot of the programs and videos that I offer. They'll be linked below as the 2022 package. I apologize for that. But no, you don't need a ton of money to get started on Amazon. Anybody that tells you that is simply lying to you. All right, and the biggest one is that everything is gated. Gated on Amazon means restricted and you're not allowed to sell it. That is simply not true. There are a lot of items that you might want to sell that are restricted. They are gated. They require you to get invoices or get approval. They require you to have a big sales history to build up to it. But there are tons, hundreds and thousands of items that are absolutely ungated to every account or most accounts. And you can get started with those items and not worry about those golden unicorn items to begin with. Just get it out of your head that you're not going to sell Lego and Nike day one. Sell what you can sell, build your sales history, start making some relationships, and then you can start applying and getting ungated, which means unrestricted, and they will start letting you sell more and more items. So that is a myth. There are a lot of items that are gated. That's true. But not everything is gated. I always see people commenting, everything's gated. I can't sell anything on Amazon. No, the first 3 items you scanned, you can't sell, and you gave up and couldn't keep looking for more items. So that's the 5 biggest fact versus fiction, myth, truth versus myth, Amazon, kind of things I wanted to dispel in this video. It makes for a great content because a lot of people are scared of Amazon, and those 5 reasons are the main 5 reasons that people are like petrified of getting started. You didn't know everything there was to know about eBay or Poshmark when you started, but you did it, right? Start Amazon, give it a try, and see what you can do. Why not? They're the big dog. Go where the money is. The answer to making money is go where the money is. I'll leave it at that. That's sort of my rant, but hopefully this video helped you. If it did, hit the like button and subscribe. Show me some love. I appreciate that, and it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the YouTube algorithm. So if you could do that, thumb up, turn it blue, and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later.